Okay, so let me talk just a little bit now about the environment. I mentioned that from a budget standpoint, we're about to see a sea change. We went 23 straight years with real growth in public sector IT. And I say public sector IT rather than use a U.S. term because depending on where you are in the world, they use different terminology, but it all amounts to the same thing. And it's interesting that the trends are pretty global. The number for the Department of Defense, to give you an example, is that from 2009 to 2013, the negative growth will be 3.3% per year. That's based on the current budget, and that's not taking into account diversions of budget to support the overseas op tempo. So the real negative growth is probably greater than that. The budget says it'll be 3.3% per year. It'll vary depending on what category you pursue. So if, as an example, if you pursue programs that are predominantly R&D funded, you are going to see the biggest hit because the decline in R&D spending 2009 to 2013 is 23%. Almost a quarter of the R&D budget will be eroded over that period of time. And why is that? Well, because the total budget is declining and because claimants within the budget are shifting. So what do you think is the greatest budget element in the DoD budget? What would you guess? People, right. So personnel is the largest claimant. What would you say is the second largest? Okay, well, facilities is part of it. O&M, okay, operation and maintenance costs are the second largest consumer. Then comes procurement, which includes all major acquisitions, including modernization programs, and way at the bottom of the list, comes R&D. And so and those three elements, the three that I mentioned, as the top three claimants, are also the ones that are growing at a disproportionate rate. And personnel is growing at the most disproportional rate. And so as a percentage of the total budget, over the current planning cycle, 9 through 2013, the biggest growth is going to be seen in personnel. Second biggest growth is going to be seen in O&M, which is also already the second largest claimant. Not very much growth. In fact, a lot of postponement of modernization programs and other major procurements, and then a significant reduction in R&D. So if you target primarily O&M and personnel budgets, you're in great shape. If you primarily target procurement programs and R&D, you're going to have some challenges because budgets are going to go away, and that means that competition is going to be greater.